Welcome back to Madison. The 2017 WIAA State Boys Basketball Tournament continues with the Division IV semifinals. Our first matchup, Cameron, defending Division IV state runners-up, facing unbeaten Darlington. The Redbirds come in with a record of 26-0. Hi again, everybody. Joined by the Hall of Fame coach, Jerry Pettigrew of Cuba City. I'm Bob Bradovich. Jerry, we saw Cameron in this tournament last year. The Comets graduated 85% of their scoring. How did they get back to state this year?
The 1-3-1 defense. It's as good a 1-3-1 that I've seen in a long time.
And a lot of guys have stepped into new roles with the teams. We check out our Menards points of the game for the Cameron Comets. Gunnar Wilder, Jacob Bailey saw time last year. They have upped their scoring averages. Wilder in particular. Martinez, new to the program. All these guys are contributing. Yeah,
on the offensive end, the guards, Wilder and Martinez, are going to do the work. On the defensive end, Bailey plays the top in that 1-3-1 at 6'7". He's tough.
The points of the game are brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards. For Darlington, any number of guys can lead this team on scoring in a given night. Schwartz, Johnson, Glenn Denning, the leading scorers coming into this game. This is a balanced team.
Yes, it is, and these guards average, between the three of them, 40 points a game. Then you got the inside game. Darlington, we played twice. This is a really, really good basketball team.
What's going to be the key to this matchup tonight? You mentioned the Cameron 1-3-1, and Darlington kind of likes to get up and down.
Yeah, the pace. Darlington's got to get out. They transition better than any basketball team that I've seen come out of our area in a long time. Cameron, on the other hand, if it's a game in the 40s or the 50s, Cameron's got a good chance. But if that gets into the 60s, look for Darlington to win this game.
We'll be back in just a bit to meet these two teams, but right now, a message from all of our statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station. It is time to meet these two teams. Let's send it over to PA announcer Rick Torgerson.
And now let's meet the participants in tonight's Division IV semifinal game between the Cameron Comets of the Central Lakeland Conference and the Darlington Redbirds from the Southwest Wisconsin Activities League. First, let's meet the Cameron Comets. Number 3, Cole Johnson. Number 4, McCormick Davison. Number 5, Jeremy Reed. Number 10, Jake Salm. Number 12, Anthony Putnam. Number 13, Peyton Gardner. Number 14, Clay Murray. Number 15, Tyler Griffith. Number 20, Derek Gifford. And number 23, Ryan Hansen. And now let's meet the Darlington Redbirds. Number 2, Tanner Evenstad. Number 3, Braden McDonald. Number 5, Mason Stone. Number 11, Hayden Hardiman. Number 20, Bailey McGuire. Number 23, Striker Fitzsimons. Number 24, Tony Rezga. Number 25, Brogan Evenstad. Number 30, Cameron Blosh. And number 52, Chad Golickson. And now let's meet the starting lineups, beginning with the Cameron Comets. At guard, a 6'2" junior, number 1, Gunnar Wildner. At guard, a 6'2" senior, number 2, Victor Martinez. At forward, a 6'7" senior, number 11, Jacob Bailey. At forward, a 6'6" senior, number 24, Josh Kenneke. And at forward, a 6'6" senior, number 30, Riley Hansen. And the head coach of the Comets is Troy LaValle. Now let's meet the starting lineups for the Darlington Redbirds. At guard, a 6-foot senior, number 0, Hunter Johnson. At guard, a 6-foot 1-inch senior, number 1, Will Schwartz. At guard, a 6-foot senior, number 4, Ryan Glendenning. At guard, a 6-foot senior, number 22, Trevor Johnson. And at forward, a 6-foot 2-inch senior, number 15, Josh Soper. The head coach of the Redbirds is Ton Uppena. And our officials working tonight's game are Jason Fish, Jason Mangan, and Todd Mangan from Reedsville.
Here are your starting lineups. Brought to you by Rural Mutual Insurance Company, a proud sponsor of the WIA Rural Mutual Sportsmanship Award for more than 50 years. 4 seniors in that Cameron starting lineup. Returning starter Gunnar Wilder, just a junior this year. And 5 seniors in the starting lineup for the Darlington Redbirds. Cameron in the blue jerseys. They go to the hoop right away. Gunnar Wilder.
He's going to be quite active tonight. He wants the ball.
Cameron coming out in that 1-3-1 defense. Trevor Johnson for the Redbirds. Will Schwartz with it. Cameron extended. And it's a kick ball, but you see right away, Jerry, this is how Cameron likes to play. They don't give you anything easy.
No, and the key to that 1-3-1 is having that big guy out on top, because Bailey's got to reach from here to the field house, and he's going to disrupt a lot of patterns, believe me.
Ryan Glendenning with it. Now Trevor Johnson. They try to go inside, they turn it away. Here comes Jacob Bailey. Bailey to the hoop. No. Rebound, Martinez. He gets it out of there to Wilder. Try to go down low to Kennedy. Knocked away by Hunter Johnson. Back the other way. Trevor Johnson out of bounds. It's Cameron's basketball.
Darlington likes to full court press. They want to keep the paces as fast as possible.
And you saw that after the turnover on the one end. Yes. They hustled that ball up court very quickly. Victor Martinez brings it across for the Comets. They've got the basketball in a 2-0 lead. Early stages of this first half. Wilder to Kennedy. They're going to wave that one off. And a call on the offensive foul.
You can see the defender was set. Good call.
Number 24 of the Comets, Josh Kennedy.
First foul of this basketball game goes on Josh Kennedy. Darlington, a team that averaged 72 points per game this season. Glendenning gives a good look and knocks down the three-pointer. Bailey up top. Wilder. Contact on the screen, and this foul is going to go against Cameron's Riley Hansen. So 2 fouls this half on the Comets.
Cameron's number 30, Riley Hansen.
One thing you'll notice about Darlington is they move their feet on defense and tremendously quick hands.
Glendenning to Trevor Johnson. We've got Hunter Johnson working that high post. Traveling violation on the Redbirds.
That looks so inviting, that alley there. It looks so inviting, but what happens is that middleman, in this case, Kennecker, comes up and he stops it.
We got to look at Tom Uppena, Darlington head coach. Tom played in this state tournament for Caspi.
Yeah, his dad, Dennis, I I believe, won 3 state championships. Tom was part of one of those. Sam Oakey was part of 2 of them.
Some pretty good players.
Yes.
Bailey, no. The rebound is Soper. Yeah, Dennis Uppin of 3 sons, all are high school basketball coaches in Wisconsin. Schwartz down low. Number of guys challenging that one. Bailey pinned it up against the backboard.
It's going to be tough to score underneath because not only do they have the size, but they're quick jumpers.
Kaneki sets the high pick for Martinez. Bailey hands to Wilder. Gunnar Wilder, no. Kaneki the rebound. Martinez will reset up top with Bailey.
You can see Clendenin face guarding Wilder.
Good battle down below between Kaneki and Hunter Johnson. And it's Soper the rebound. Darlington with the basketball and a 1-point lead. Skip it over the top. Trevor Johnson, Glendening. He has 1 3. Misfires on that one. Knocked out of bounds. Goes off of Cameron. Darlington will have it when we return after a message from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIA network station. The 2017 WIA tournament is brought to you by Gerhardt's Kitchen and Bath Stores, Wisconsin family owned since 1897. We haven't seen a lot of points so far, Jerry, but what we have seen is some pretty tough defense.
Yes, on both sides. Just as advertised, the 1-3-1, Darlington has to work for everything they get. But on the other side, Darlington pressuring the basketball.
Darlington has the ball in a 1-point lead. They got Glendening loose for a couple of 3-point attempts. He knocked down his first one. That's why Darlington has the 3-2 lead.
One of the things you notice, Bob, Darlington's really staying spread on offense. They're not getting tight whatsoever.
Glendening. He's got all 5 of Darlington's points at the 3-point lead for the Redbirds. Jacob Bailey. Back tap by Wilder. It goes out of bounds. Darlington will keep it. Let's take a look at Ryan Glendening.
Number 12, Anthony Putnam.
This kid is a winner. And over the last 3 years, when it comes to a big shot, he'll take it.
Jerry, is the 1-3-1 less effective when you play it on the college court?
Oh, I definitely, I think so. You know, you're talking, especially the length, 84 feet in high school, 94 in college.
Glendening has another 3. He's got all 8 of Darlington's points. So Ryan Glendening outscoring Cameron 8-2. Martinez, tough shot in the lane. Gets his own rebound. Bailey to the hoop. He's challenged, knocked around. Now here's Hunter Johnson for the Redbirds. Johnson to Trevor Johnson, who goes out of bounds. It's Cameron basketball. But once again, Darlington really looking to push.
Yeah, and Darlington likes to leak out a guy. In other words, they'll send 4 to the boards and 1 going on in the offensive end.
There you see the turnovers. Fairly even early on. And again, not necessarily because of carelessness, but just more about the pressure defense.
No, that's true.
Wilder gets into the lane, elevates, doesn't get the roll, knocked around, out of bounds. Cameron will keep it.
Checking in for Darlington, number 52, Chad Gullickson.
Chad Gullickson has checked in for Darlington, 6'4" senior forward.
He's the guy that I think could make a difference in this ball game because he can stretch the floor, and he's probably one of Darlington's best shooters is Gullickson.
Kennedy to Putnam, who is checked in. Anthony Putnam, number 12. And again, a run out for Darlington. Glenn Denning, no, but he'll go to the line to shoot two.
Darlington doing what they've done all year long, and that is transition offense.
For Darlington on the free throw line, Glenn Denning, shooting two.
And here's Glenn Denning, who's off to a great start in his state basketball tournament debut. They emphasize the basketball because a lot of these Darlington guys were playing over at Camp Randall Stadium in the state football finals.
That is correct. Darlington's known as a football power, but I think they were here in 1990. They won it. Now they're back again.
Second trip to state, 1990. They won the Class C title. Glenn Denning now with 9 points. And it's a 9-0 run for the Redbirds. Cameron had the opening bucket. Gunnar Wilder scoring very early on, but since then, nothing for the Comets. Wilder. Hoop won't have that one. Rebound to Schwartz.
But what you like is he's getting good shots. He's getting good shots, and they'll start falling for him.
Near steal, but an open look. And Hunter Johnson way up high for the tip there. They're going to call a held ball, a possession arrow, pointing the way of the Redbirds. Good hustle that time by Hunter Johnson.
Checking in for Darlington, number 23, striker Fitzsimons.
Striker Fitzsimons is checked in for Darlington. Hunter Johnson to throw it in.
What's surprising these days, Bob, is nobody runs out of bounds plays anymore.
Do you still run them?
I still do.
You still run them?
I still do.
You know what? Every once in a while, you can get a good look, and you might get an easy one. Hunter Johnson working hard inside, challenged. Now here comes Martinez. Kennedy. Putnam. Cameron still cold after that opening bucket by Gunnar Wilder.
Checking in for Darlington, number 3,
Braden McDonald, number 3, he's a 5'10 senior, is checked in for Darlington. Ryan Hansen is in. He will let Jacob Bailey go to the bench.
One of the things you notice that Darlington's doing, if you've got a short guy on Cameron's team at 6'2", and they're going to the right side and then skipping it off to the left side.
Schwartz to Glenn Denning. Fitzsimons, they swing it. Glenn Denning passes on the 3. Little hesitation move in the finish. Well, half a day, Ryan Glenn Denning. He's got all 11 points.
Is that some sort of a record, though? 13 points. First 13 points. I mean, my goodness.
Whatever he had for lunch today, he might want to stick with it. It is an 11-0 run for Darlington. Putnam on the baseline, tough shot, back tap. And here comes Glenn Denning, and he is fouled. We have got a timeout on the floor. We're back after a message from your local station. This is your WIA network station.
Wisconsin roads. 0% division we can all live with.
Darlington leading Cameron 11-2 as we approach the midpoint of this first half here at the Kohl Center. And Ryan Glenn Denning having a great game so far for Darlington. Redbirds, they're out of the southwest part of the state. Cameron up in the northwest part of the state, a little bit south of Rice Lake and north of Eau Claire. Our next game, Roncalli of Manitowoc against Destiny out of the city of Milwaukee. 11-2 is your score. All 11 points scored by Ryan Glenn Denning. That's him with the basketball, number 4 right now.
Once again, just notice how the top man in Cameron has not been as effective because Darlington is keeping the spacing, the floor spread so well.
And as we say that, here's your steal out of the 1-3-1. Hanson, no. Cameron still can't get a bucket. Comets now 1 of 13 from the floor. Offensive rebound, Darlington. And heading to the line is striker Fitzsimons.
Cameron calls on number 12, Anthony Putnam, his second and the team's fifth. For Darlington on the free throw.
Already 5 team fouls on the Comets. Fitzsimons, just a sophomore, averaging just under 5 points per game for the Redbirds. Jacob Bailey back in for Cameron.
And checking in for Darlington, number 15, Josh
Soper and Trevor Johnson back in for Darlington.
I know what Coach Lavelle is saying now, if we can just buy a basket somewhere along the line and break this drought.
Cameron comes in averaging 66.3 points per game. But as you pointed out in the open, Jerry, they like when the games are in the 40s and the 50s.
Yes.
That's more their style. Josh Kennedy down low, Gunnar Wilder having some problems along the baseline. It goes out of bounds on the sideline. Another turnover on the Comets. The Redbirds will take over. Tony Rezga is into the game. He wears number 24 for Darlington.
And Darlington usually goes about 8 or 9 deep, but they're getting a chance right now with a fairly sizable lead to play quite a few kids.
Out of the corner, Fitzsimons.
Striker Fitzsimons for 3.
And the lead is 14. A 16-0 run by the Redbirds. Troy LaValle wants a timeout. Cameron's got a few things to talk about. Well, you talked about the depth of Darlington and how well they have spaced the floor. Fitzsimons sinking a three-pointer right there.
Yeah, a young kid, and he's saying, pressure? What's pressure?
The 2017 WIA tournament is brought to you by Marshfield Clinic and Security Health Plan, keeping communities healthy across Wisconsin for more than 100 years. Well, in that Cameron timeout, what do you think head coach Troy LaValle is telling his guys?
Hey, guys, let's play our game. Let's play our game. You know, the shots will fall, and you just got to be confident. Right now, everybody from Cameron looks really tight. You know, it's a long ways to go in the basketball game. Hey, relax, as Aaron Rodgers would say. Relax and play.
See if they run something special out of this timeout. Gunnar Wilder. That'll work.
Yes, it will. And he's the guy they look for, their leadership on offense. You might see Cameron pull that zone up a little bit and maybe trap a little bit more out of it.
Fitzsimons sank one in the last possession from that corner. He's going to launch again from distance. That one rims out. Kennedy the rebound. Anthony Putnam with it. Kennedy backing his way in, turns and scores.
He's a strong kid. I see he's going UW lacrosse for track, and he's a quick jumper. So, good athlete. If I was Cameron, I'd get the basketball into him a little bit more.
And a 4-0 run coming out of that timeout. Trevor Johnson. That's wide, tracked down by Fitzsimons. Johnson going up high. And Victor Martinez with the rebound.
Most of Darlington's damage on the offensive end has been on transition or the three.
Victor Martinez, count it. And the foul.
He gets the step, left hand, nice move.
So Cameron clawing its way back into it. 3 starters back in for Darlington.
It was good on the play by Victor Martinez. He's on the free throw line, shooting 1.
Three-point play for Victor Martinez, and Cameron now on a bit of a run.
And you can see Cameron pulling that 1-3-1 up a little bit more.
It's a 7-point lead for Darlington. Right now, a message from your local station. This is your WIAA network station. Cameron on a 7-0 run. The Comets trailing Darlington 16-9. Just under 7 minutes to go here in the first half from the Kohl Center. Been a fun day of basketball so far, Jerry.
Yes, it really has. That was a great game with Ripon and Xavier this afternoon. All of the games have been very good. Looks to me like it's going to be a great state tournament.
See, Cameron started out 1 of 13, 3 of 3 since taking a timeout. Darlington, meanwhile, started 5 of 11, 0 for 3 since. So, as always, basketball a game of runs. Hunter Johnson to Will Schwartz. Trevor Johnson will bring it back up top.
You notice that Darlington's keeping that post open and then cutting a person into it. There, Schwartz made a very, very nice turnaround jumper.
He had to shoot over the bigs from Cameron. Got that one high off the backboard and in. Leading scorer, average-wise, coming into this game for Darlington. That's his first bucket of this basketball game.
And he was the MVP of the SWAL Conference.
Calls on Darlington's number 4.
As was Wilder, the MVP of his conference.
Checking in for
Foul goes on Glendenning. Riley Hansen will check in. Anthony Putnam checks out. Jacob Bailey. To Hansen. Gets it to Wilder. Little step back jumper on the baseline. Schwartz ahead to Glendenning. Glendenning swatted by Bailey. But Schwartz with the rebound and the putback.
These Darlington kids have been playing, these 7 seniors have been playing together since 4th grade.
They look like you, too.
Yes. There was Chad Gullickson's dad, Willie Gullickson, took these kids from 4th grade on the way out through 8th grade playing in the summers. And unfortunately, Willie passed away about a year and a half ago. Great guy. And I'm sure he's looking down from heaven tonight saying, nice job, guys.
Victor Martinez. Good finish along the baseline. Nine-point lead for Darlington. Glendenning to Hunter Johnson. Down low, Schwartz.
Beautiful pass by Johnson, seeing that diagonal pass.
Jacob Bailey doesn't get the bucket, but he'll head to the line. Well, Jerry, you talked about it. This group from Darlington has been playing together since 4th grade, and when you play together that long, you just know.
Yeah,
stuff
you know
like that.
where everybody else is on the court, and that time Hunter made a beautiful pass to Will Schwartz.
Little eye contact, that's all you need.
Yep.
And what's interesting, too, for Darlington is that oftentimes when a football team makes that long run, well, you got to give, the football guys some time to recuperate before you get to basketball. They wound up having to move one of their games and reschedule things. But Coach Tom Uppena said those guys from football went right into basketball, and almost like there was no transition at all.
I heard that they got beat in football, and the very next day they were in the gym in basketball. And that's hard to do.
Gullickson, no. Rebound, Bailey. He will push the other way for Cameron. Ooh. And a turnover on the Comets. Bailey's a good athlete. I think that time he just got a little ahead of himself and got in that no man's land and trying to decide, do I pass, do I take it in, do I pull it out? Golik's another corner, no. Rebound Bailey.
One of the things you see too, Bob, anytime you see a player get in the air to pass, not a good move.
Yes.
Not a good move.
Koenneke out on the perimeter to Martinez. Koenneke, baseline jumper, got it. Cameron pulls with an 8.
They're beginning to settle in now. You can see that. They're much looser. I like just the way that Darlington's spreading the floor and keeping it. The 1-3-1 is not as effective when you spread the floor, but wow, Cameron can really clean up the boards.
Glenn Denning, that's his first miss from distance, but he was challenged that time by the long arms of Ryan Hansen, who goes 6'5". Bailey back to Wilder, trying to go up and under. He will head to the line.
He was stopped, but he made that up and under move and made sure he come away with something, and that's from the free throw line.
You know, last year Cameron had Peyton Dillon, who's an outstanding player, who's now playing up at Division II Bemidji State up in northern Minnesota. They also had Max Vertigan, a 6'5" forward. Those guys did the bulk of the scoring. 85% of the points last season came from those two guys. With those two having moved on and graduated, more is expected out of Gunnar Wilder. He has really upped his game this season.
Yes, he has. That guard tandem of Wilder and Martinez just does an outstanding job for Cameron. I like their big guys. Koenneke and Bailey, along with the Hansen boys. This game's a long ways from being over, Bob.
How important is this stretch of 3 minutes, 15 seconds to end the half? Coaches always like to go into the locker room with a little momentum.
Yeah, that is so true. You know, you say, especially if you're Cameron, you say, hey, guys, we were down 16-2, and now we're within 7, 6, 5. You know what I mean? From Darlington, they're saying, hey, let's continue to do what we're doing. It's been successful.
Gunnar Wilder to the line. He's got 5 points. 1-1 from the stripe. Troy LaValle said he pretty much lives in the gym up at Cameron.
Is that right?
Stays after practice, gets up another couple hundred shots. Just really dedicated himself to becoming a better player. Trevor Johnson for 3.
Trevor Johnson for 3.
Yeah, the ball rotation by Darlington's been very impressive.
And they can hurt you in a number of ways. I mean, they've got a number of guys that can shoot the 3, and they have a number of guys that can attack the hoop.
Jacob Bailey up and under. A little too strong. Victor Martinez pulling down the rebound. They battle for it. It goes out of bounds. Cameron will keep it. And they'll have the basketball after a message from your local station. This is your WIAA network station. Darlington, their fans pretty excited. Good crew. Has made its way up from southwestern Wisconsin, and a nice crowd from Cameron coming down from the northwest part of the state. Darlington with a 10-point lead as we play these final minutes of the first half here at the Kohl Center. Long pass and a dunk for Jacob Bailey. Well, that'll get the Comets fans fired up.
So much for not trying to score out of bounds.
Yep, remember that? We talked about out of bounds plays. Well, there's a good one right there. Drawn up by Troy LaValle, and Bailey able to finish.
You know, a dunk just counts 2 points, but it gets the crowd and the players excited.
Glenn Denning gets in the lane, down low to Hunter Johnson, challenged by Kennedy, but Hunter Johnson powers that one up in. Hunter Johnson will be a walk-on with the UW Badgers football program next fall. Take a look at that inbounds pass again. What makes this one work, Jerry?
Yeah, it just usually call it Sky. He catches a pick, goes into the lane, you just throw it right at the basket, and down it went.
It's Gunnar Wilder with the pick. It freed up Jacob Bailey, and he threw down.
You probably had a couple of those in your day, didn't you, Bob?
Yeah, when I was on somebody's shoulders. Yeah. We didn't have the breakaway rims back there. We had to be real careful in that jet.
Wow.
Trevor Johnson, another three-pointer out of the corner. Darlington has a 13-point lead. Redbirds 5 of 12 from behind the arc. Martinez to Putnam. Putnam will drive. Get his own rebound back. And the foul is going to go on Trevor Johnson. Despite the size disadvantage, Darlington really contests you down low.
Yes, they do, and that's where I think that football really helps, because they're strong kids. They lift the weights, and it really helps them during basketball.
Putnam has it taken away. Johnson to Schwartz. He can't finish, but he tips it out. Reset, Glenn Denning to the hoop.
There he is.
And the foul.
And now what you see he's going to make this play is that fake right there. Gets the defender in the air, and then he's got a clear open lane to the basket.
And again, hitting those three-pointers early. Now you got to respect his outside shooting. You got a guy in the air. That whole sequence, Jerry, starting from when they got the ball and then the push-up court. Not able to finish, but then they tapped it out, and they got another possession out of it.
And nobody realized the importance of a shot fake. Shot fake can get that defender in the air.
15-point lead for Darlington. This is unfamiliar territory for Cameron. Bailey will pop from distance, and he will hit. Well, he threw down a dunk, and then he's popping a three. Schwartz out of the corner with the answer. Back to a 15-point lead for Darlington. Near steal by Fitzsimons. Putnam, he's able to finish.
Putnam has done a nice job for Cameron since coming in off the bench.
Glenn Denning. Even with that miss, he has had quite a first half. Darlington leading Cameron 35-22 at the break. Anything surprise you so far, Jerry?
Well, yeah, the score surprises me a little bit because 35 points is a lot of points because Cameron held 11 of their opponents under 30. So Darlington's been clicking on all cylinders as far as the pace is concerned.
Still a lot of time, but you're kind of getting towards danger zone territory if you're Cameron.
Yeah, they have to come out in that third quarter, and they have to be able to cut into that lead, get it single digits.
Biggest factor is, Jerry, that 1-3-1 doesn't seem quite as effective as what I saw last week in that sectional final against Stanley Boyd, the difference being the high school court versus the college court.
Yeah, that being the difference, and a great job on the Darlington part of recognizing, hey, we can't bunch this up. We've got to have the floor spaced, and they have.
Darlington coach Tom Uppena standing by right now with Lance Vieser.
All right, thank you, Bob. Coach Uppena, obviously great start for your team, particularly on the defensive end in the early going. How were you able to kind of neutralize their height advantage?
Well, you know, they're a very good team with obviously a lot of size, but they have great guard play too. So I think the key is, you know, the pressure that we put on full court, making it tough on those guards to get the ball up the court, and it makes it a lot harder for them to get the ball inside. You know, we're undersized, but our kids do a great job post defense, using their leverage, and playing tough and then boxing out. So I'm I'm happy with our defensive effort for the first half.
All right, thank you, Coach, so much. We appreciate it. Bob, we'll send it right back to you.
Thank you, Lance. The Cameron dance team on the court right now. We will step aside to hear a message from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIA network station. Thank you very much, Scott. And Jerry, when we look at these highlights, we're going to see Darlington, a team that shares the basketball very well, and they had a good plan of attack against this 1-3-1 zone defense of Cameron.
Yeah, they kept it spread, and starting out, it was Ryan Clendenning with 11 straight points. Then later on, Trevor Johnson took over.
Yeah, and they were getting open looks. Again, sharing the basketball, moving it around the perimeter, and there's Clendenning. He came out red hot in this one. And then, you know, once you start hitting from outside, then you can take it to the basket.
Yeah.
Great hesitation move, nice finish. On the other side, Gunnar Wilder got going for Cameron, and then more attack in the basket with the other guard, Victor Martinez. A nice finish right there.
Beautiful pass from Hunter Johnson to Will Schwartz. And then maybe the highlight of the whole first half was that dunk by
Definitely
Jacob
the
Bailey.
highlight for Cameron.
Yeah.
And yet at the same time, Darlington came right back and got a couple threes from Trevor Johnson. The one stat, Jerry, that really jumps out, points off of turnovers. Usually Cameron makes a living turning you over and converting that into points. Tonight, they're getting it done to them by Darlington.
Yeah, they have not had many breakaways, to be honest with you. And against Stanley Boyd, they had a lot of breakaways. So you pretty much hit it on the head when you said the bigger court has made a difference here
And
tonight.
you also have a week to prepare, too.
Yes.
That also plays into it. Jacob Bailey, Gunnar Wilder, Victor Martinez leading the way for Cameron, and Clendenning, that hot start. Schwartz is heated up. Trevor Johnson contributing as well. Jerry, do you anticipate any changes in the second half, especially for Cameron?
Well, I think these first 3 minutes of this half is going to be really, really important for Cameron. They have to come out. They have to cut this into single digits. Then they're back in the game.
All right now, a message from all of our statewide sponsors. This is your WIA network station. Cameron coach Troy LaValle moments ago catching up with our own Lance Fieser.
Coach, obviously a bit of a struggle offensively in the first half, but then defensively as well, they put up 35. What do you have to do to slow them down?
We got to get better ball pressure. We're just not containing the ball right now. They're able to drive in to make our zone collapse and then kick it out. They're a pretty quick team. We just got to do a better job.
All right, we'll see if you can make a run here in the second half. Thanks so much, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Bob, back to you.
Gunnar Wilder trying to get it down low to Josh Kenneke, knocked out of bounds by Darlington. Again, the Redbirds undersized in this matchup compared to Cameron and the height that the Comets put on the floor, but Darlington contest everything down low.
Yes, they do, and as I've mentioned before, active hands, very active hands on defense, and it's made a difference here tonight.
Jacob Bailey up top for the Comets. Bailey had 6 points in the first half to lead Cameron in scoring. 2 of them coming on an emphatic dunk off an inbounds pass. Here's Hansen trying to finish inside, came up short. Clendenning back the other way for the Redbirds. Clendenning swatted out of there by Gunnar Wilder. 2 pretty good competitors going head-to-head right there.
Yes, and I look right now for Wilder to get something going.
He gets bumped, goes to the floor. Foul's going to go on Darlington.
Darlington follows on number 4, Ryan Clendenning.
And Ryan Clendenning picks up the foul. His first foul this half on the Redbirds. Bailey gets the pick. He'll pop from distance, a little short. Hunter Johnson the rebound. Clendenning on the run out. Challenged at the rim. It goes out of bounds. And Darlington will keep it. Double pick up high. Clendenning. Loop it to Trevor Johnson. Hunter Johnson trying to go down low, knocked away. by Wilder. Redbirds will reset. Trevor Johnson, little short rebound. Victor Martinez. Martinez picked up the dribble, hounded by Glendenny. Clears to Kennedy.
As you mentioned, Bob, everything's been challenged by Darlington on Cameron's end.
Bailey working hard. Look at Hunter Johnson getting after it. It's almost like we had a loose football down there. Hunter Johnson knows what to do with it. Yeah, Darlington went to the state finals in football, lost to Eau Claire Regis. And instead of hanging their heads, the Redbirds just got right back at it.
Yes, they did.
That's kind of the beauty of small town sports. And, you just go from one to the other. Blocked by Bailey out of bounds.
What's been impressive with Darlington is that they haven't had anything on the set offense underneath. It's all come off transition or the three.
Glendenny down low. Hunter Johnson blocked by Kennedy. Got around one of the big guys, but not the next one. Kennedy inside. Hansen, the kick out to Bailey.
I think that Cameron's making a concentrated effort to get it into the bigs.
Schwartz working really hard against Gunnar Wilder. Now they switch. It's Hunter Johnson on Wilder. Bailey to Kennedy. Backing in on Schwartz. Again, the quick hands of Darlington. Cameron will keep it, but again, they're having to earn anything they try to get down low.
We talked about Kennedy. He can jump, and it's made it very difficult on Darlington to try to get anything underneath the hoop.
Victor Martinez counted on the foul. He's had a couple of and one opportunities.
He has a very, very quick first step, and that's what gets him to the hoop.
Reporting in for Cameron.
Anthony Putnam checking in. Riley Hansen will sit out.
Reporting in for Darlington.
Ryan Hansen, Riley Hansen are twins. They're both seniors along with Putnam. And interesting that Troy LaValle will alternate one of those three in his starting lineup every game. Timeout on the floor. It's a 10-point game. Now a message from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station. For the best things about these state tournaments, Jerry, especially in the smaller communities, team gets to state, it becomes a reunion for the entire community. A lot of alums back, and there's a pretty famous alum from Darlington.
Yeah, Alex Erickson. He was probably one of the finest athletes ever to come out of Southwest Wisconsin, and he played for the Badgers, split end, and now he plays for the Cincinnati Bengals.
One of those great walk-on stories.
Yes.
Goes from being a walk-on to a starter to being a all-conference caliber performer, and now getting ready for his second season in the NFL.
And Bob, you couldn't ask for a nicer kid or a nicer family than the Erickson family from Darlington.
And what an example for all the young kids in that community and surrounding communities.
Darlington being very, very patient with the basketball. They've got the lead. This is an important possession for them because the lead has been cut to 10.
What kind of a basketball player was Alex Erickson?
He went to college at Stevens Point to play basketball. And late, the Badgers offered him as a walk-on. So he left Stevens Point, never played basketball there, came here, took a redshirt year, and then they say the rest is history.
Amazing story, absolutely amazing. Cameron will keep it. Near steal for the Redbirds. Cameron will have the basketball, looking to get this thing into single digits. Gunnar Wilder, step back jumper.
That's his game right there. He's got a tremendous move where he gets to the free throw line and step back.
Cameron within 8. Golaxon in the corner. And he took a little hop, but a traveling violation. Turnover will give the ball back to the Comets. Cameron will get it in to Victor Martinez, and now Gunnar Wilder. Wilder, contact with Schwartz, and then you get Wilder on the offensive foul.
Once again, give Schwartz credit. He moved his feet, got in position, and took the charge. And that's 3, I believe, on Wilder.
Glendening in the corner. Golaxon looking, finds Schwartz. Glendening. Golaxon, corner 3, no. Rebound and bucket for Trevor Johnson.
Trevor Johnson quietly has played a tremendous role here for Darlington tonight.
It's their second leading scorer coming into this basketball game. And he's got 8 in this one for the Redbirds, who lead by 10. Cameron trying to find Bailey down low. Goes off a Darlington player, not out of bounds. Striker Fitzsimons back in for the Redbirds, as is Braden McDonald. So Darlington has gone 3 deep into their bench. Cameron 2 deep into its bench. Martinez with Glendening on him. We get it inside. Putnam misfires down low. Fitzsimons the rebound. Schwartz for 3. Grazes the front rim. Challenged that time by Putnam. Schwartz has 9 points for Darlington. He's also doing a really nice job defending Gunnar Wilder.
He's tremendous defense on Wilder, who's an outstanding player.
Martinez looking for his 3rd and 1. He won't get the bucket, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Number 52, Chad Golaxon, his 3rd and the team's 3rd.
So Golaxon has picked up his 3rd foul, and with that, Hunter Johnson will be checking back in for Darlington. Martinez has put up some nice stats in this one. 9 points, 9 boards.
You know, they've talked a lot about mid-range game in high school and college basketball kind of disappearing, that no one can hit the 15-foot jump shot. And I'm kind of wondering whether it affects the free throw line or not, because people do not shoot free throws as well as they used to.
I think it's just one of those things you have to practice it.
Yeah.
You just have to. There's no real magic bullet there. It's just go and shoot a lot of them.
Ooh.
Simons will get it back out to Glendening. These two will play catch. They're each capable of shooting from distance. Down low, Glendening to Hunter Johnson, and he's challenged by Gunnar Wilder. Well, you've got the 6'2" guard playing at the back end of that 1-3-1, but he can get up.
He can get up. I don't know how many blocks Cameron have, but it's got to be quite a few.
They've got 7 blocks. Bailey fouled by Fitzsimons. He's playing through the whistle, apparently. No. Cameron ball out of bounds. Just under 11 minutes to go here. The Comets once again have it under 8 points. We'll tell you more after a message from your local station. This is your WIAA network station. The 2017 WIAA tournament is brought to you by Rural Mutual Insurance Company. Premiums paid here stay here to keep Wisconsin strong. A proud sponsor of the WIAA Rural Mutual Sportsmanship Award for more than 50 years. Cameron basketball down by 8, just under 11 minutes to go here in our first Division IV semifinal. Game coming up after this one, Roncalli versus Destiny.
Big possession for Cameron right here. They can get within 6 or maybe even 5.
Will Schwartz back in for Darlington. Glenn Denning will get a seat. Martinez to inbound for the Comets. Gunnar Wilder followed by Fitzsimons, and Wilder will go to the line. Well, if you're Cameron, this is what you want. A chance to get closer with the clock stop.
Exactly. You mentioned at the start of the broadcast, this kid, Wilder, has really picked up his game. Because I remember a year ago, Dibble, he was as good as any player in the state. And the job that Tom LaValle has done has been tremendous because, as you said, he lost close to 80% of his offense, and yet here they are.
Said that going to state last season really motivated Wilder to become a better player. Sure. And he knew with guys like Dibble and Vertigan moving on that more was going to be expected from him, and he was up to the challenge.
Sure.
Cameron is clawed within 6. Schwartz will try a three-pointer and hit it.
That was big.
Big answer by the Redbirds after the Comets had got within 6. Martinez, strong take to the hoop.
Very impressed with him, the way that he can get to the rack.
Victor Martinez leading Cameron in scoring. He's got 12 points. Trevor Johnson double in the corner. Near steal for Bailey. Hunter Johnson to Schwartz. He'll back it out. The Redbirds will reset. Under 10 minutes to go, second half. About the team that Tom Uppana has, he's got a lot of good ball handlers. This team is very adept at running clock.
Yes, they are.
Hunter Johnson rejected by Kennedy and fouled by Kennedy. So Hunter Johnson will head to the free throw line.
Number 24, Josh Kennedy, is second, and the team second.
And if you're Cameron, that's not a bad foul because it was going to be a sure 2 points.
Johnson with a nice pump fake to clear himself past the first defender. Now Ryan Glendenning back in for Darlington. Anthony Putnam and Ryan Hansen back in for Cameron. Look at the senior class for Cameron. And you mentioned the guys who graduated last year. 6'7", Peyton Dibble, 6'5", Max Vertigan. Troy LaValle saying, well, next year we go back to being a regular-sized team.
Must be something in the water up there at Cameron.
Putnam no from distance, and now a run-out for the Redbirds. Schwartz will back it out. Under 9 minutes to go, the lead is 9. Poked away by Wilder. The Redbirds will keep it. Fitzsimons to throw it in.
What kind of a thrill for Tom Uppin, a first-year coach, has never lost a game. Has never lost a game. Amazing.
That would put him among the leaders in all-time winning percentage.
I would think so.
My math is correct. Tom was saying that at the Uppin family gatherings around the holidays, what do you think the main topic of conversation is?
That's true.
High school basketball. Trevor Johnson got another one. Trevor Johnson is now 3 of 5 from behind the arc. He's got 11 points. Cameron's kept it close this half, but every time Darlington needed a bucket, they're getting it.
Yes.
Got that 3 from up top from Schwartz. And that 3 from Johnson. Martinez wills that one into the bucket. Troy Lavallee is going to take a 30-second timeout.
Taken by Cameron. Also checking in for
He starts with the ball rotation, Jerry.
Yes, it does. And Trevor Johnson here. Victor Martinez has done a good job of getting to the hoop.
Fans are reminded a shuttle service is available.
Martinez with 14 points. On the other side, you've got Glendenning has 13, Schwartz 12, and Trevor Johnson 11 for Darlington.
At the start of the game, we talked about that 3-guard tandem, and they've held up on their end of the bargain.
And you look at Darlington, we talked about their unselfishness and their team play. Well, that stat right there supports that. 11 assists on 16 made field goals.
Wow.
You love that if you're a coach, don't you?
Don't you? You really do. And Coach Uppin talked about how unselfish his players were. They're willing to give up that ball. And you talked about reversing the basketball and that extra pass that is being made.
And they got the good start. Sometimes it's so important here in these state tournament games where everything is magnified. You get off to that good start, it just lets everybody settle in, and you just get back to playing basketball. You're not thinking about the Cole Center, how many people from town are here, where your mom and dad, or any of this stuff. It's just basketball.
Yeah, no, and especially in this type of an atmosphere. Whoa.
Trevor Johnson with the finish. Gunnar Wilder trying to draw the foul and somehow banks that one in. But now a run out for Schwartz. Kennedy scores. Once again, Darlington has an answer.
Yeah, and once again, they send that one guy early, and you get the rebound, and boom, you have to have a guy back.
Cameron down by 12. Clock is not in their favor. You're going to get the foul on Schwartz. We have got a timeout on the floor right now. A message from your local station. This is your WIAA network station. In the Division IV state championship game, the Redbirds leading Cameron 49-37. 6:40 to go here in this second half from the Kohl Center.
You're going to see Darlington be very patient with the basketball on offense. And I would imagine Cameron will probably try to put a little bit more pressure out on top.
Wilder to Martinez. Putnam goes up strong. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Cameron doesn't shoot a ton of three-pointers. Gunnar Wilder's got the best percentage coming in at 46.3. Martinez 38.8. But again, they're not a team that shoots a whole lot of threes. They prefer to get their threes the old-fashioned way. They drive and get the and ones. Darlington with 49 points has scored more points than any other postseason opponent of Cameron. Most scored was by Washburn in a regional semifinal. Castle Guards had 40 points. Gave up 38 to Unity, 35 to Phillips, and 27 to Stanley Boyd. But a little different story tonight here at the Kohl Center.
You mentioned that great start.
Hunter Johnson sticking with it. And with that extra effort, he'll head to the line.
That's where his strength paid off right there. He was giving up inches, but he muscled his way for the rebound and gets to go to the line.
It appears he knows where the weight room is located at Darlington High School, right?
I think so.
Yeah. He's probably spent a little time there. Wilder back the other way, behind the back dribble, takes it up and gets the finish off glass. Gunnar Wilder. Wilder now with 13 points. 5 of 9 shooting from the floor, and all the way to the bucket goes Trevor Johnson. Kind of the story of the game, Jerry.
Yes.
Cameron will do something good. Darlington has
right
an answer.
Back. Yes, they do. They've had an answer all night long.
Oh, he went between the legs. I thought he went behind the back. Between the legs, and a nice finish, but then right back the other way. They're trying for that steal up top. No help side defense, and Trevor Johnson has 2 more.
I know one of the things that Cameron's got to be disappointed tonight is their defense, the 1-3-1, they've allowed them to penetrate and kick, and that's something they haven't had happen to them all postseason.
Martinez the steal. Now numbers for Cameron. Martinez can't finish off the glass there. Wilder the foul on Glendenning. And for Gunnar Wilder, it'll be his 4th.
Cameron calls on number 1, Gunnar Wilder. That's his 4th.
A player that the Comets cannot afford to lose. Under 5 minutes to go. Darlington looking to keep that record unbeaten on the season and move into the Division IV state championship game.
Probably for one of the first times in a long time, Cameron's playing straight man. Straight man, and Kentucky is staying in.
Glendenning wants it in the low blocks. He's going to back in on Wilder. Rebound Bailey. Time not on the side of the Comets. Putnam going up strong, looking to throw down. Contact underneath. And the foul is going to go on Darlington. And that goes on Glendenning.
Darlington's number 4, Ryan Glendenning, is 3rd in the team's 9th. For Cameron on the free throw line, Anthony Putnam shooting 2.
Watching these Cameron guys go to the hoop, I'm guessing they're real happy they have the breakaway rims up there.
Yeah.
A lot of work for the custodial staff if they did. Ryan Hansen back in.
The game has changed so much, Bob. You can remember when you played a long, long time ago when I played pattern offense. Now it's dribble drive, attack the hoop, kick out for the 3, and everybody seems to be doing it.
didn't see a lot of dunks back in the day, but now I think kids are growing up. They see it. They practice it. You know, again, the more you jump, the more you use those muscles, the better your vertical gets.
Yeah, and weight training. Weight training has made such a big difference.
Big difference. Gunnar Wilder out at the moment for Cameron. Looks like Troy LaValle is going to do the offense-defense substitutions. Not wanting to pick up that 5th personal foul. If there's a dead ball situation and Cameron goes back on offense, you will see Wilder coming back in. He is walking to the scorer's table as we speak. Turnover for the Redbirds. See what Cameron does with its leading scorer still on the sideline waiting to check in. Seen a lot of Martinez attacking. Victor Martinez gets into the lane and knocks it down. Martinez has 16 points. The lead is 9. Bailey, the foul on Trevor Johnson.
Cameron calls on number 2, Jacob Bailey, his 3rd.
Both teams are in the bonus.
Returning for Cameron.
And that'll send Trevor Johnson to the line. Johnson 15 points. 6 of 10 from the floor, 3 of 5 from behind the arc. This will be his first free throw attempt.
He's kind of the silent member of this team. You think of Swartz, you think of Clendenning, and then all of a sudden you look at the box score afterwards, and Trevor Johnson has done a lot of damage.
Nice to have that balance.
Yes, it is.
Because if you take one guy out of it, there's still 2 other guys who can hurt you. Gunnar Wilder back into the game for Cameron. He's got the basketball up top.
Darlington shifts into a 2-3 zone.
LaValle trying to position his guys to attack his 2-3 zone. Now they get the high pick. Martinez trying to get it to Wilder. Fitzsimon's going way up for the steal.
Nice move by Tom up and up. Change the tempo of the game.
Jacob Bailey fouls Glendenning. That's 4 fouls on Bailey. Glendenning has 13 points. He is 1 of 3 from the free throw line.
You know, Darlington was here in 1990 and won it. And their assistant coach, Aaron Lancaster, was on that team. Aaron later went on to play for Bo Ryan and won a national championship there. So he's been a big, big help to the Darlington staff this year.
I know the folks down in Southwest Wisconsin were very proud of the fact that 3 teams from that part of the state are here at the state tournament. We'll see 2 of them tomorrow in Division 5, Shullsburg and Barneveld, and then not too far up the road is Darlington.
Yep. No. And all 3 have great fan backing. So not too many people down in Southwest Wisconsin this weekend.
Well, we talked about Tom Up and his dad, Dennis, and his Cassville teams, obviously your Cuba City teams. We've got a timeout on the floor, 2:44 to play right now. A message from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIA network station. Darlington looking to stay undefeated and move into Saturday's Division 4 state championship game. The Redbirds leading Cameron 52-45, 2:44 to go here, second half from the Kohl Center. And there's some of that Darlington contingent. You know, you win your sectional final on a Saturday, and then you have that whole week of buildup. And I know you as a coach, well, you're busy trying to prepare and take care of some logistics, and meeting with your athletic director. The rest of the school, boy, what a fun time.
Oh, gosh, yes. You know, and we've said this many, many times. Once you get to the state, the toughest game is the sectional final. That's the toughest one. Once you get to the state, there's no losers. I mean, you know, yes, do you want to win? Sure. But there's no losers. You look back years from now and you say, hey, we went to the state tournament. That was key.
Yeah, it just uplifts the entire school, the community, and as we talked about before, it just becomes a reunion of sorts. You get people coming back, you have alums and people who might live in the Madison area now. They come on down and get to see people from the old hometown. Putnam for three, got it. And Cameron has closed within 6 with 2:23 to go.
Cameron falls at number 2, Victor Martinez, his second, and the team's
Martinez picks up his second foul. It's the 10th team foul this half on Cameron, so Darlington will be in the double bonus the rest of the way. As a team, Darlington now 9 of 14 from the free throw line in this game. It's a team that shoots 63.4% from the line coming into this tournament. Two Trevor Johnson. He now has 19 points, and as you said, Jerry, it's a quiet 19. But you look up, and that stat line has just been stuffed. And Trevor Johnson with the steal, doing a little bit of everything for the Redbirds. Schwartz will back it up. Putnam commits the foul. Trevor Johnson back to the line.
Cameron falls on Anthony Putnam, number 12. That's his third. Trevor Johnson on the free throw line, shooting 2.
Johnson now 5 of 7 from the line. He leads all scorers with 20 points. Back to a 9-point lead for Darlington. Martinez trying to get to the hoop. He's fouled by Glendenning. And that'll be the 4th foul on Ryan Glendenning.
Falls on number 4, Ryan Glendenning, his 4th. For Cameron, Victor Martinez, shooting 2.
2 shots for Victor Martinez, who's had a nice game, 16 points. 4 of 5 from the line, make it 5 of 6. He also has 9 rebounds.
For Cameron, number 3, Cole Johnson, number 30.
Was he a transfer?
Number 23.
Victor Martinez played at Chetek Weyerhaeuser.
Okay.
And then transferred in to the Cameron district this season. And he said he was very appreciative of how well the existing team just took him in.
Sure. Well,
and Coach LaValle said, you know, it's like anybody, it takes a while to kind of get acclimated, but guys realized that he could fill a role for the team, and they brought him in, and said he's just very happy, and he's just feels blessed that he gets a chance to play at the state tournament.
yeah.
Checking in for Cameron, along with the Hanson twins, is Cole Johnson. He's a 5'9" senior guard. Glendenning, who helped get the Redbirds started in this one with a couple of big threes early in this game. Now has 14 points.
Darlington has one of those teams that you can't just pay attention to one guy or 2 guys. There's so many guys that can hurt you on this team.
I think it's the old saying, Jerry, the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. Bailey will pop from outside. Back rim, no. Rebound, Glendenning. He's fouled in the backcourt. We'll head the other way to shoot some free throws.
Cameron's Anthony Putnam, that's his 4th. For Darlington, Ryan Glendenning.
Cameron, not a team that shoots a lot of threes. They're 2 of 6 in this game, which isn't a bad percentage, but reaching that point where they're going to have to start kind of hoisting them up. to try to get back in this one, and it's a 10-point lead again.
Yeah, we mentioned at the start, we thought if the game was in the 60s that Darlington stood a pretty good chance of winning it. It's turned into a free throw fest here the last 3 or 4 minutes. But as you mentioned, Darlington always seemed to have an answer.
Victor Martinez, no. Martinez cracks it down. He'll pop from outside. That's no good. Wilder going after the rebound. It's a whistle. And the foul is going to go on Cameron. And that's going to be Gunnar Wilder's 5th foul. So the junior will foul out with 13 points. Had a nice game. 5 of 9 from the floor, 3 of 4 from the line. He had a rebound. He fouls out with 5 points.
He's been the glue all year long, though. And if he improves as much next year as a senior as he did from his sophomore to junior year, watch out.
Hunter Johnson, another one of those players for Darlington that very quietly just contributes in so many ways.
The one thing that people don't realize about him, he's an excellent passer. And many times he'll be holding the ball at the top of the key and see that person underneath wide open.
We saw that look that he had in the first half to Schwartz down on the baseline. That was very nice. From a running back, no less.
Yeah.
It'd be one thing if he were the quarterback, but here's a running back. Passing the ball well. Another sub in for Cameron. 15 is Tyler Griffith, 6'1" junior guard, and Victor Martinez will check out. He's had an outstanding game. Getting a hug from his coaching staff and head coach Troy LaValle. Closing in on 1 minute to go in the second half. And Darlington, their fans can start thinking about heading to the ticket window here at the Kohl Center and buying some tickets for Saturday.
And that should be a good one the next game here. Roncalli and Destiny.
Don't let that Roncalli record throw you. They had some injuries early, but that team can shoot it from the perimeter.
And they play in a Division III conference, and so then they drop down at tournament time. That really helps them. Destiny, on the other hand, everybody from day one was saying, wow, what a team. And they played a monster schedule and came through it. What have they lost? 1 game, I think?
Yeah, very impressive team, very athletic. That's coming up next on all of your WIA network stations. Wholesale substitutions for each team. We'll try to get all those new players in. Number 2, Tanner Evenstead for Darlington. Number 30 is Cameron Blosh. Number 5 is Mason Stone. 25, Brogan Evenstead. And number 11, Hayden Hardiman. Also in for Darlington. For Cameron, number 13 is Peyton Gardner. At the line, here is McCormick Davison. 15, Tyler Griffith. Cole Johnson remains out there. Also in, number 5, Jeremy Reed. Great opportunity for all these young guys to get out on the court.
Yeah, it's nice of you to mention all of them, believe me, because that means a great deal to these kids that work hard all year long but may not see that much playing time.
And Troy LaValle will take a timeout to get 3 more players into the game. 14 is Troy Murray. 20 is Derek Gifford. But right now, we're going to take a look at the play of the game, brought to you by the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board. This play of the game is brought to you by the refueling power of chocolate milk. Jacob Bailey with some power throwing down right there for the Cameron Comets. That is your play of the game.
Results of tournament action. And to download up-to-date tournament brackets.
Substitutes in for both teams. It's Darlington leading Cameron. The Redbirds going to keep that record unbeaten. They'll improve to 27-0. Cameron Comets will lose for just the 4th time this season. They will wind up a very fine year at 23-4. 2 straight trips to the WIA State Boys Basketball Tournament. First 2 in the history of Cameron High School.
Yeah, Coach LaValle has to be extremely proud. A lot of people never expected him to come back this year, but they've got a really nice basketball team, and Darlington gets set to play for the state championship on Saturday.
Troy LaValle very happy. He says the numbers at the youth level are just exploding.
Sure.
State tournament trips will do that. Watching a long distance three that time is Cole Johnson. A couple of cracks on it. And Clay Murray will head to the line. He'll look to get his name in the scorebook.
Darlington calls it number 5, Mason Stone, his first. On the free throw line from Cameron, Clay Murray, shooting 2.
Clay Murray, 5'11" junior, looking for his first points of this season.
Be fitting if he makes it, Bob.
Knocks it down. He's in the scoring column. Good for him. But time has expired, and it's Darlington defeating Cameron by a final of 63-52. The Redbirds will play for a state title on Saturday. Now a message from your local station. This is your WIA network station. Darlington defeats Cameron in this Division IV semifinal, 63-52. Head coach Tom Uppana and a couple of his Redbirds standing by right now with Lance Vieser.
All right, we're going to start with Will Schwartz. Will, tell me, you guys never really let him make a run. What does it say about the composure of your group that you kind of held him at arm's length?
You know, we've been playing together for a long time, and I mean, we knew we had to play good D in this game, and we really came out and played our type of game, got out and ran a little, and I mean, I think we were able to keep them from getting on a run just because of how much we've played together over the years.
All right, Trevor Johnson, come on in. You're part of a 9-man senior class. You guys have done this in football.
Yep.
You're changing maybe the perception of Darlington here as you make it back to a state title for the first time since 1990.
Yeah, it's really good. You know, I think Darlington's mostly been known as football kind of school, but it's good to get us back on the mark in basketball. It's been a long time since we've been here, so.
All right, good luck, fellas. On Saturday at 12:45, they will look for the 2nd state title in school history. Bob, back to you.
All right, thank you, Lance. Jerry, as we look at our second half highlights, we're going to see a theme, and that theme is Cameron makes a run, Darlington answers.
Here, Victor Martinez, nice drive to the to the basket.
He had 18 points, and here's Will Schwartz, 14 points for him, 2 of 3 from behind the arc. And then Trevor Johnson, knocking down a three-pointer. He was 3 of 5 from distance, 20 points for him. Gunnar Wilder, look at that play between the legs. A strong tape to the hoop, but then right back. Here come the Redbirds. And Trevor Johnson with the layup. Each team shooting 40% from the floor. Free throw shooting pretty close. Better percentage from behind the arc for Darlington. And look at those points off of turnovers. That is kind of the reverse of what Cameron likes to do with its 1-3-1 defense.
Yeah, you hit it right there. 16 points for Darlington off turnovers. And Darlington all night long. Cameron came out, scored the first 2 points, and then Darlington scored the next 11 points, you know, and had a 16-2 lead. Wow. What can you say? Darlington played their style of basketball tonight, and they were successful.
And great balanced scoring for the Redbirds. Trevor Johnson, Glenn Denning, and Schwartz all combining. They're all in double figures. Victor Martinez leading the way for Cameron. So an impressive performance from Darlington. Will Schwartz talked about it. These guys have played together a long time, and it shows on the court.
Yeah, 9 seniors, and as we said in the broadcast, they've been playing together since 4th grade. You could tell it. They knew where everybody else was at tonight. They wanted it.
Jerry, it's been great working with you, as always. Good stuff here at the Kohl Center. That's going to do it for us. Right now, let's go up top to Scott Emmerich.
Bob, Jerry, thanks very much. Don't forget, we get another.